there's a hidden power so strong, so terrifying, that it's been banned, suppressed, erased from history. But what if I told you that this isn't just legend, that African magic is real magic who is so powerful, entire governments feared it, and yet it still exists? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this mystical force was considered a threat, and why it might be more real than you think. Alright, to set the scene, imagine a world where a whisper can command the wind, where a single gesture can make enemies flee in terror. This isn't fantasy. For centuries, African spiritual leaders, also known as shamans, healers, and diviners, have wielded forces that defy logic. But here's the kicker. These weren't just witch doctors or folk healers. Some of them had abilities that left even Western scientists shook. In fact, during colonization, European governments went out of their way to ban these practices, because some of the rituals supposedly granted invulnerability. Warriors would charge into battle, untouched by bullets. Sounds crazy, right? Well, history suggests otherwise. Let's talk about the Momo Rebellion. A resistance group in Kenya during the 1950s used a powerful oath, a mystical contract that warriors took before battle. British soldiers reported strange things. Rebels who seemed immune to bullets. Warriors who could disappear into thin air. Was this just superstition, or did they tap into something real? Modern researchers have studied African spiritual practices and found shocking connections between these rituals and psychological warfare, trance states, and even biofeedback techniques, the same kind used by elite military forces today. And that's not even the most mind-blowing part. If I told you that some of these secrets weren't lost, they were stolen. Many African spiritual texts were taken by colonizers and locked away in European vaults. To this day, some of the most powerful rituals are hidden from the public. Locked vault door shifting to a scholar flipping through an old book. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of this knowledge is making a comeback. African spiritual revival movements are rediscovering these lost arts, and the implications huge. Because if these rituals really hold the power to influence minds, bodies, and even events, what else could they do? So, what do you think? Was this magic real, or was it just fear-driven propaganda? One thing's for sure, knowledge is power. And power, whether it's mystical or practical, can change your life. Speaking of power, there's another force that's been secretly transforming lives. It's not magic, but it might as well be. It's called the power of compounding. Click on the video on your screen to uncover how this hidden financial secret can make you unstoppable.